So to start off my persuasive speech, I'm going to tell you guys that my organizational pattern is the problem solution pattern. My audience is going to be my mom, my brother, my sister, and I'm going to persuade them into believing that euthanasia should be legalized everywhere. My topic of the speech is I hope that I can get my audience to see the good parts in legalizing euthanasia and hopefully get other people to see the reasons why euthanasia should be legalized. So throughout this speech, my audience is going to learn the varying views of euthanasia pertaining to the societal morals as well as religious morals and why euthanasia should be legalized everywhere. Euthanasia is usually looked at as suicide and very wrong, which it shouldn't be, especially in some cases. People who are in pain, such as old people, people with terminal illnesses, that is just going to worsen, or people with any other kind of medical problem that is painful, usually don't want to live through all that pain, and they shouldn't if they choose not to. They have no say in it because euthanasia is illegal almost everywhere. Also, people look as it is ignorant and wrong, and they do not know the pain that these people are going through. I've seen people in my life die very unpleasant deaths, especially the older people that I've known who didn't want to live through all that pain before they die, but they had to. It's not worth going through all that, especially if they have a terminal illness and there's no cheating death. These patients have a terminal illness so that they know that they're going to die an unpleasant death. I believe you should have the option to die peacefully if they please.
You're going to have to redo that.
Fortunately, in most places, including most of the U.S., euthanization is illegal, and we need to make a change to that. To begin, society bases a number of things on people's morals, and euthanasia is one of them. When someone is aware that they are dying, they don't want to be stuck to a hospital bed, having nurses and other people at their aid all the time. They want to be at their homes with their families hanging out and watching a football game or whatever they like to do. These people are suffering from a terminal illness that is eventually going to kill them.
Jeez.
For most people, the horrifying part of living with a terminal illness is the knowledge of the dreadful future ahead of them. Depending on the terminal illness, the future includes a gradual decline of the body, organ failure, and muscle deterioration. Basically, their bodies are going to shut down while they're still alive. Additionally, the conditions that these people experience are completely inhumane. In the newspaper article, "Would you be happy to live like Tony Nixon?" Polly Toynbee writes about a man, Nicholson, that could only communicate by blinking. Nicholson describes his life as a living nightmare. As one could imagine, Nicholson didn't want to live his life in misery any longer. So he took his situation to court, and he was denied basic human rights because he was handicapped. I don't think people that aren't experiencing these terminal illnesses, seeing what the people that have these terminal illnesses are going through. In some cases, it's in everyday life. Furthermore, a great issue that people have with euthanasia is that they think it's going against God. Eileen Lipkind, a registered nurse, states, "I don't think it's playing against God at the end. God has already decided you have a terminal illness." I believe in living and trying to care for somebody, but if there is no cure and no other way, I think somebody should have that choice. Legalizing euthanasia is only giving people the choice to end their life faster than what God had planned. Therefore, it is not going against God, it is just simply speeding up the process to ease the patient's pain. Finally, euthanasia is the best choice for people with terminal illnesses, as well as the best way out. Those in significant pain need assistance because they have the knowledge of the wicked and small future ahead of them. It is not necessary to make them suffer until death. Legalizing euthanasia is the right choice for a great deal of people, not everyone, but the people that clearly need the option. Though the circumstances need to be right, and there needs to be guidelines with it, although passing away should be peaceful, sincere experience, and the most suitable way to make that happen for people with the illnesses is to legalize euthanasia.